I was talking to one of my unicorns. A unicorn is an entrepreneur wife. And it was at the Blessing Bash 2022 because when you get a group of unicorns together, it actually is called a blessing. Yes, you can Google that. One or more unicorns in the same place is called a blessing. So I had a Blessing Bash, and she said, Ashley, the one thing I think that is most fascinating about the Unicorn Squad is you have all these entrepreneur wives in the same place. They have a lot of stress. They have a lot of entrepreneurial things, just being married in 2022 or, this generation, just being married in this generation is hard enough, but then add a business on top of that or multiple businesses on top of that. And it's really, really tough. But she said, the one thing I noticed is that in this place, you have people honor their husbands. She said, I've never been in a group of ladies that honored their husbands more. Now they go through issues. They go through hard times. They mention it. It's never a husband bashing session. Now, when she said that, I started to think, what other places do people honor their husbands? And I have a lot of friends who honor their husbands, and I have that visual picture, but she is right. When you gather a whole bunch of women together, sometimes we bash our husbands, which I don't think we do on purpose. It's like just a cultural norm. And then I was like backtracking even there and saying, well, how did this come to be? And I don't even know the exact answer, but I do know that it probably has something to do with Homer Simpson. And you're probably thinking, what? What does Homer Simpson have to do? Homer Simpson brought to light, and even Hollywood in just general, mentions is that men are stupid or they don't have very much value or they're not smart or we can talk badly about them or the Family Guy. There's a whole bunch of men in our media that aren't really that great of men. And so we have been saturated with a culture of stupid men. Now, do I think that's how men really are? No, I think men are smart and sexy and all of the, they have big, sexy, like I love my husband and his big, sexy brain. Like, oh my goodness, I'm obsessed with him. But do I say that all the time? It's actually abnormal for me to brag about my husband than it is for me to bash him. How the heck did we get here, ladies? How is it okay to bash your husband, but not to brag about him? We should be the most braggadocious of our husbands ever. And can you imagine what that would do for our marriage if we didn't just honor our husbands and brag about him in private, but we also bragged about him in public? That's the kind of generation I want to live in. A generation where men and women love each other so much that they are just so excited and they ooze honor. She's right. We do honor our husbands in the Unicorn Squad, and we've created a culture that honors our husbands. But we do go through hard things. But there's this line, and I don't know exactly the line, but y'all know what the line is, where you're discussing an issue and then you just go over the line a little bit and it turns into a bash fest of your husband. So in the Unicorn Squad, we try to stay on this side of the line, where we still honor our husbands with our words, that we're willing to fix it. I think that's the issue, is we don't bring any issue to the table unless we're willing to fix it. And we know that it's not a one-sided problem, that there's a way that we can level up ourselves. And there's a way that as an entrepreneur wife, we can love, support, and help our entrepreneur. That is what honoring your husband is. In the Unicorn Squad, we do not allow donkey talk. And if you're thinking, what the heck is donkey talk? Donkey talk is I'm just going to have to put a quarter in my swear jar because it's like when you're talking like an ass, okay? That's what donkey talk is. And that could be about your business. That could be about your friends. That could be about your husband, your family, any situation. If you are talking donkey talk, you need to level yourself up. Now, let me be honest. Sometimes I talk donkey talk, okay? But that's the moments that when it comes out of your mouth and it just sounds gross. It sounds ugly. It sounds like a donkey. You have to rise up, level up, and rewiring your brain to talk like a unicorn, to honor your husband like a unicorn, to honor your family like a unicorn, to honor God like a unicorn, to honor yourself like a unicorn. Because if donkey talk can also be talking to yourself like an ass. Ladies, Ladies, you are a magical unicorn. You are meant for greatness. You do not need donkey talk. You are meant to honor your husband and honor yourself while you honor your husband. And that, my friend, is a unicorn. Stay sexy, my friends, and I'll see you on the other side.